Hi guys, welcome back to the Twin Flame family. It's Kimberly and thank you for joining me. Those of you that are new, I'm a Twin Flame healer and reader, and I'm also along the journey with you. I wanted to deliver your weekly Twin Flame forecast, which is for the week of April 9th, 2017. And we're moving through many planets in retrograde and a full moon coming up here on April 11th, which is Tuesday. And that full moon is in Libra, and it's going to be very much around Lady Luck and reaping the seeds that we've sown, especially those that we planted in late February, like around the start of the eclipse season and through March. And there's going to be a huge opportunity for fortune and, like I said, luck, opportunity, being in the right place at the right time, great connections. And I feel as though with this being in Libra, this is also about finding a better balance. Okay, not just manifestation, but balance. And so I'll talk more about that as I get into the cards for the reading. Just a reminder, you can book a private session with me on the twinflamefamily.com, either a guidance session with a full reading, or we can work in soul coaching sessions. What's the difference? Well, in a reading, I'm really reading the energy and reading sort of what's happening in your world and guiding you along. I still use soul coaching techniques, but we really talk about what is happening, what's the best way to proceed with the least resistance, and how can we make shifts so that we ease out of our sadness and into more joyfulness. And I may say things in those readings like, this goes back to a core wound, or this may need more shadow work, or, stuff like that. And I give you the directives. Okay. When in a soul coaching session, we actually dig into the work. So we actually do the shadow work. Okay. We actually do the energy clearing. We actually, and a lot of it is very like self-directed. So although I'm guiding you, it's very much like you're doing the work yourself, which is the best way. And these sessions are very progressive. I've been told very helpful by my clients, and I just love working with all of you, and I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to do so. So thank you all. Most of my clients that have come from YouTube are repeat clients, and like I said, I'm just so grateful for that. And some of you are soul sisters and friends, and I just appreciate all of you. So anyhow, if you haven't booked a session you would like to work with me, you can do that on the twinflamefamily.com. And we also have a workshop coming up on Tuesday the 11th, which is the full moon, which is the Divine Goddess Feminine Workshop. We're transforming the wounded warrior into the Divine Goddess. I'm going to talk about how to do that, how to clear out the old false masculine energy, the old survivor stuff, and so that we can get into our goddess power, that true feminine power. How do we reclaim our divine feminine? So that's on April 11th. If you'd like to join us, it's only $22 for the class. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time teleconference, and we'll have a video option. And you can book that on the website under the group services. So moving on to the reading for this week. I felt guided to go back to the same format with reading the masculine, the feminine energy. Last week, I just kind of read it as a blanket spread. And this week, it's interesting because I still feel like the feminine is struggling a little bit. Okay. But she's about to shift. Okay. Because this is the higher power card. This is what's crowning it. It's the positive change is coming up, Parvati, and it's positive change is coming. So this struggle is going to end, and I feel like it's ending not just in the surrendering, which we know we talk a lot about that and how we slip in and out of surrender. And obviously it's more joyful when you're having a great day and you are surrendered to everything and trusting that everything is in its place. But I feel like the shifting out of this, being stuck in the mud, pushing through, having to force through, maybe being angry about some things that have come up, is getting out of that like I said, false masculine state and really connecting with the divine feminine. And what's coming in below, this to me feels like false masculine. It's like pushing hard. It's like struggle. It's like, this isn't working for you, honey. You know, like the guides are saying, like, this isn't working. So divine masculine, you have that in you in a healthy balance. That's great. But when it's unhealthy like this, where we're forcing things, we're willing things, we're struggling, we're angry, I feel like there's anger in this. We need to remember to release that anger, okay? So the release card's coming up for the divine feminine. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose, okay? Because know that your true purpose is there for you and the path is clear. And that quite often we create the resistance ourselves, okay? So let go of the resistance, okay? Let go of the negativity. Also, the cancel, clear, delete card came up. This is saying use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking, okay? So again, I feel like we're going to transform this energy. This is our opportunity to do so, but it's more connected to what's under this situation for the feminine, which is the High Priestess card, which is no coincidence. This is all about connecting to your divine feminine power, the all-knowing power, the all-trusting power, the seeing power, the third eye seeing power, the inner gut knowing power, moving from your solar plexus chakra, from your center, right? To transform this energy. This is being disconnected from your solar plexus, okay? It's saying, I gotta push it from my heart, from that heart armor, all that shielded energy. And I'm gonna do this to everything that I don't want. But really, all we need to do is do this, right? Be in the center, be very centered. This is what the High Priestess card looks like. See how centered she is? She's letting source energy just flow down through her. And she's surrendered, but she's holding her power right through her solar plexus. So it says, it is safe for you to be powerful, to take charge of your life in positive ways. This is the message that's coming through for the feminine. It's really important, you guys. I feel like some of you, when we work in private session, you're listening, but it's not clicking yet with the feminine stuff. And it's not going to click overnight, okay? And that's the realistic perspective. It's a practice. You have to practice getting into your divine feminine. And you have to practice the qualities and the traits and learn what they are, and then try them on for size on yourself. And then practice them. And then you have to like that better than this. You have to go, oh my God, this feels so much better than this. Okay? Because when you do, then you'll want to practice being in your power center. Then you'll want to stay there. And you'll be able to know how to do that. You're gaining the tools. You're acquiring the tools to do that. So don't get frustrated with yourself if it doesn't happen overnight. Okay? But know that it's up to you to create the positive change, to practice, to learn what this is. And you can join us in that Divine Feminine Goddess Workshop, and I will give you those tools to help you on your way. So for the masculine, what's coming up, and this is interesting because I feel like the masculine's dreaming right now. He's very hopeful, and it's the Ten of Cups is coming up for the masculine. This is a really positive sign. This means he's thinking about future. He's thinking about home and family. He's thinking about his own happiness, which I feel like a lot of the masculine up until this point have been kind of stuck in their current situations, not knowing how to extricate themselves. And this is really about starting to find the power from within to do so that they can create the world that they want, so that they can create their own happiness. And this in return is going to create freedom. And this is what's coming up, crowning the masculine card, is Hina, which is the goddess of freedom, right? The ascended master of freedom. And this is what it's about for the masculine. I think in the past we've seen it come up as the devil card, where he's chained to things, situations, karmic relationships, things that aren't working for him, that he's not stepping all the way into his masculine by owning his truth and being strong and standing up for what he wants, but kind of trying to please everyone else or staying because it's making someone else happy. So this is really about him really starting to shift into, what does he want? What's the happy life? What does the future hold? He's dreaming about it now. And that's a really good thing, because like I said, that's the key to freedom. Okay, it's the first step. The things that I feel like may be sort of holding him back are, when I get this card, I know what it means, okay? And it always means the same thing when I'm doing personal readings. So don't take it at face value. I'm going to tell you what it feels like in this reading. It's the Celtic card, okay? And when I see this, it's usually tied to past life stuff or early life stuff, okay? So most likely, I feel like with the masculine, this is early life stuff around. So to me, this represents like religious-based thinking, or maybe perhaps more conservative thinking. And some sort of structure that was bestowed upon the masculine twin. And those beliefs, those religious beliefs, those conservative beliefs, that structure is what he's trying to break free from. Okay? So he has still some work to do, but he's starting to move that way. And that's a really positive sign. The shared energy for the two is the Two of Cups in reverse, but I do feel like there is a moving towards a new beginning. So this means while the masculine is freeing himself and stepping into that last piece of his, stepping up, right? Up, being a man, as we say, like stepping up into his masculinity, owning his happiness, owning his freedom, being the strength, having the backbone, being able to be the protector, the guide, make his own decision and take initiative to make a change. That's huge, okay? And then and that creates the first step in potential unions as well, right? But it's not like this is going to happen tomorrow, but I feel like we're moving towards that now. We're moving towards a new beginning. For some of you, it may be happening over the next few weeks, but I just feel like the masculine is turning that way. So I feel like this will play out over the next few months for many of the masculine. And same thing with the feminine. She's transforming this false masculine energy, stepping more fully into her divine feminine. See, this is all about masculine, feminine. And as she does that, right, and probably usually the feminine is holding the torch, right? Perhaps the more awakened twin, not all of you, but many of you. So she's holding the torch for this. So remember, the more you step into your feminine, divine feminine, the more he's going to step into his masculine, make himself happy, and really get that freedom and strength that he's been sort of just afraid to step into. So it feels like, it's funny because I actually feel like the exalted for the exalted state would be the feminine and her high priestess, and the masculine in his freedom. Okay, and it's funny because one's under and one's over the situation, but it feels like that, okay? And one's under, the high priestess is under because this is like, the feminine has carried her high priestess through many lifetimes, okay? So these powers are here, but they've also been either suppressed, let go, not believed in, doubted, all the fear, the low vibrational energies have covered them up. Our familial stuff that's been passed down to us, the things our mother and our father told us that made our spiritual gifts maybe not okay, we're being asked to reclaim them now. So that means our seeing power, like I said, our psychic gifts, our intuitive powers, and all of that, Okay, so again, going back to the Two of Cups in reverse, this is a very good card for the twins. I feel like it's a new beginning, like I said. I know that it's those that are going to come into union, like it's going to start slow because it's a big transition for the masculine. This is a 10 card. This is the end of a big cycle for him. So know that when the new beginning starts for the feminine, be patient, okay? Be patient with the masculine. So what's coming up crowning the pair is the Six of Pentacles. And look closely at this card. We've got the scales in here, so balance. And we've got these two sort of, they look like beggars, right? And they're accepting help, assistance from this mentor or teacher or, you know, spiritual, could be a spiritual guide. I am saying it in this way because I feel as though many of you have to remember to still keep seeking that guidance and accepting help and receiving the help, right? Because that's how we are going to move further through this journey, not as hermits, not on our own. And I feel like this, for the twins, that this power is someone who we really admire. It's a mentor. It's a spiritual teacher. It's somebody who's going to help us along our like earthly journey, right? To help us really uncover our true mission and help us get to the next level or start a new venture, start our mission, or just really navigate the spiritual stuff that's tripping us up, okay? And we don't have to beg to receive this. We can just put the intention out there and align with it. This is also about being vulnerable, being open-hearted, being, like I said, open to receiving. And many of you in private session, we've talked about having a closed heart chakra. And when we're having a closed heart chakra, we're in lower vibrational energies. So it's much harder to receive. It's much harder to see things clearly, to take criticism, to accept help, all of this. And when we move in love and an open heart, remember, we are one, okay? There's no difference between this person and this person. We're one. There's no judgment. There's nothing. We're one. We're just all connected. We're all assisting one another. We're also, I feel like it's symbolizing mission and really assisting humanity. So I feel like as you go and receive help, guidance, assistance from a spiritual guide or a teacher, mentor, whatever it is, or someone that you admire, could be even someone familial, like someone in your family, that's influencing you right now. As you do that, you will also, like, I feel like you're going to go in acquiring the guidance, and then you're going to come out giving it. Like, many of you are meant to be teaching, are meant to be helping others, are meant to be, you know, and it's the oneness, it's the openness, it's the realizing that that is all the same. Like, you go in the door as the student, you come out as the teacher. It's just, you are one with everyone. Doesn't matter who's giving what or what, you know, giving, receiving. It's that energy exchange that's making this all work, that's helping. Like, for instance, let me just talk from personal experience. When I work with you in private sessions, I learn as much from you as you do from me, okay? So I'm learning with you. Some of you bring huge signs and synchronicities to me, right, for my own stuff, my own journey. And the magic is there also for me. So although I'm guiding you, that connection is just one. Like, we are one. So that's what this card is sort of speaking to for the twin flames. I feel like it's around mission. It's around seeking guidance. It's around the oneness. That door, think of it as going in like that entryway. You're going in as the student, and then you're coming out as the teacher. In many of you, this is stepping into your power and stepping onto your mission. And this is going to be something that you can focus more consistently on, more heavily on, as you get into your power. So I think for the feminine, the more she owns her high priestess power, gets out of the struggle, she'll be able to really shift into mission, plus owning her gifts. Like, that's the owning of the spiritual feminine gifts, right? The seeing, the all-knowing, the intuition. Many of you are clairvoyant, clairaudient, fairies, indigos, empaths. I've worked with so many of you that are so gifted and just not trusting it all the way yet. So this is the time to trust and to step fully into our gifts so that we can not only receive the guidance, but then start to give it, teach others, help others, heal others. And for the masculine, it's the same thing. He's going to step more into his truth. And that is going to enable a whole new world to open up for him too. So remember to keep your thoughts really pure. I want to bring this card up again because I showed you in the beginning. Clear, cancel, delete. Clear all that negative thinking. Stay positive. And when you feel yourself going into the low vibrational stuff, try to pull yourself out. Focus on connecting with your divine feminine. Focus on what you want and that feeling of freedom. Focus on mission and the things that feel good, the things that feel positive. And there's a lot of manifestation energy around right now too. So watch what happens over this week in terms of things becoming clearer. Also, things that were kind of mucky in late February, early March, becoming clearer now. And also manifestation. So love to you all. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye.